Marie-Louise von Franz was a Swiss psychologist who worked closely with Carl Jung from the early 1930s until his death in 1961. One of her most passionate areas of study was fairy tales. Like ancient myths, fairy tales are filled with deep, timeless truths about the human experience. Jung once told her, "By studying fairy tales, you learn the anatomy of the human being." After analyzing stories from cultures around the world across centuries of history, von Franz made a striking discovery. Every lesson taught in one fairy tale is often contradicted by another. She called this the rule of contradiction. Some stories say, "Fight evil," while others say, "Avoid it and walk away." Some advise to be honest, even to the devil, while others say, "Lie if necessary to survive." Some tales suggest patience, others recommend swift action. At first, von Franz was disappointed. She had hoped to find clear, universal truths. But over time, she realized this contradiction reflects life itself. There's no single right way to face life's challenges. It's in choosing between opposing paths that we shape our individuality. She wrote, "If the foundation of human morality wasn't full of opposites, we'd never develop our own unique, conscious identity." However, there was one rule that no fairy tale ever contradicted: never harm the helpful animal. This animal, according to von Franz, is symbolic. It represents your inner intuitive voice, your instinct, your conscience. She explained, "Obeying your deepest, most natural inner being is more essential than anything else." Carl Jung expanded on this. He described conscience as a form of inner knowledge, a knowing that judges the emotional weight behind our actions. When we face tough moral decisions, our conscience often speaks through emotions, gut feelings that either warn us or encourage us. Some cultures even see this voice as divine, as though it were the voice of God guiding us. It's easy to follow your conscience when it aligns with your family's values or society's norms. But what happens when it clashes with what everyone around you expects? Jung wrote, "The inner voice commands us to follow it, even at the risk of being wrong." Most people, afraid of social rejection, choose to conform instead of listening to that voice. But suppressing your conscience comes at a heavy cost. You may fool others, even fool yourself, but deep down, something whispers. Something isn't right. As Dostoevsky explored in his novels, ignoring the conscience leads to inner sickness, guilt, regret, shame, and a slow loss of self. But there's also danger in misidentifying the voice within. Jung warned that a false conscience can imitate the real one, twisting good into evil and evil into good. He wrote, "Right beside the true conscience stands a false one, the tempter, the seducer." How can we tell the difference? Jung advised, "Don't rush. When faced with difficult moral choices, slow down. Sit with the discomfort." "All haste is of the devil," he often quoted. Von Franz echoed this idea. If you wait through the agony of a conflict, clarity eventually comes, enough to walk your path, even if it risks being a mistake. By taking the time to reflect, you give your true inner voice space to rise. And even then, you'll never be 100% sure if your decision is right. You must take a leap of faith, trusting that the voice guiding you is genuine. Jung wrote, "If conscience is truly the voice of God, then it holds greater authority than any external moral code. And we must follow it, even when it opposes what society calls right." Of course, this path isn't easy. Following your conscience can lead to conflict, rejection, even isolation. But Laurens van der Post, a writer influenced by Jung, said it best. Every human has a contract with life, a personal, sacred duty. If we betray that inner contract to please society, we may gain comfort, but we lose all peace within.